Sometimes you just catch a poster and you're like, you know, why not? I'm looking for something that I don't really need to think about, something I can just put on, hopefully find some kind of silver lining in it that's going to go, you know, that was worth watching, and, you know, I'll just go for it. That's what happened when I put on Fanged Up, a movie that I knew absolutely nothing about apart from its bad pun title, and I thought, I'll give it a shot. What's the worst I'm going to lose? About 90 minutes of my life. I'm willing to risk that for a movie, I suppose. This one stars Daniel O'Reilly, who is otherwise known as Dapper Laughs. I didn't know that putting it on. I didn't know of the comedian. I've seen some of his stuff, and he plays a kind of wide Essex type Londoner guy who is a bit of a loser. You know, doesn't really have much going for him, ends up starting a fight, a riot in a club, and gets sentenced to jail almost for a weekend, you know, an arraignment while they have to wait for his case coming up on the Monday morning. He gets sent to a notorious prison, somewhere that this guy just shouldn't really be sent to, but he ends up there, and wouldn't you believe it, it turns out that the governor and all the guards are vampires, and this is pretty much their blood bank. You know, they get the dregs of humanity, they drain them, use them, and discard of them, which is a nice, if not silly idea. I've seen a lot less horror movies with a lot less ideas than that work far better. It is a movie that never surprises you. It never offers you anything that's going to be much more than the now. You know, you'll see something that may be funny, there may be a couple of laughs in it, the characters are wafer thin, the arcs that they have are minimal, and you can see coming from the start, it's just one of these movies that is ineffectual. You know, you watch it and you know while you're watching it that ultimately it's not that good, and it's never going to last with you, but it's not bad enough to turn off. It's one of those kind of movies. The gore is semi-decent. I liked the way it was blood. I loved the kind of recurring joke of our hero and heroine being constantly covered in blood or goo or some kind of disgusting sticky substance. And I am really struggling to give it any more compliments than that. You know, the typical happened. You know, there is one other moment where I thought was rather clever, which is the layout as plan, this dangerous thing that they're going to have to do. They're going to have to go from A to B to C to D to get to E, and they're going to have to do all these crazy things getting there, and then it just cuts to the end finishing line with just like, wow, that was tough. And you know, I kind of appreciate that kind of humour, but it's not enough of it throughout the movie to really, you know, give it 2 thumbs up type of thing. For a vampire movie, for a horror comedy, for just a typical movie, it is rather toothless, and no pun intended there. It doesn't really have any bite to it. I'm not pre-planning these, they're just coming out like that, and I don't mean them to be as punny as they're sounding, but it is one of those movies that ultimately, when I finish this review, I'm not really going to think of the movie again. I'm not going to recommend it to anybody. It's one of these ones that if you're up late at night, you've got nothing better to do, it's on a streaming service, you're just looking for something that you can half watch while you're having a conversation or playing about on your phone or computer or anything. It's that kind of movie. You know, it's never going to really upset you or put you off as being a terrible movie, but it's giving you absolutely nothing to redeem it as a worthwhile watch. Craptastic? Not even that kind of level of it's just, you know what, it's a flatline movie. It doesn't really have any life to it. And there we have it. Fanged Up. I wish I could say something better about it, but you know, it's not there. The movie doesn't have anything to make it resonant or to stick with you. So there you go, my opinion on Fanged Up. You know, maybe you found it to be hilarious or super violent or a breath of fresh air. Who knows? But you can let me know in the comment box below your opinion, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.